Hi, my name is Tristan Nelson, and along with me I have Tate Marsh, Garrett Prescott, and Logan Cruz, and this is 1441 Arms. Our name comes from Psalm 144:1, which says, "Praise the Lord who is my rock. He trains my hands for war and gives my fingers skill for battle." We're a gun store and indoor shooting range in Marion, Indiana. We offer gun rentals and classes, including gun safety and maintenance, which come complimentary with any firearm purchase, self-defense and marksmanship classes, and CCW license classes. We offer a trained and knowledgeable staff regarding firearm selection, use, and legality, along with maintenance. We want all of our staff to be very knowledgeable and helpful to anyone who walks in the door. We offer a restoration service, which is a really unique feature of our business, in which we have a specialist who can restore old and antique firearms that have deteriorated over the years. Maybe they've been passed down for a long time and they're just sitting around in a closet somewhere. Our specialist can restore them back to their former glory and get them usable again and make them look nice. So this is a really unique feature, and we don't have any competition in this area, so we expect to draw business from all over the state regarding this service. And each time somebody uses the service, they get a complimentary class on gun maintenance. Our shooting range offers 16 well-lit lanes, 10 of which utilize a target retrieval system up to 25 yards. This range is well ventilated, so we don't have any gun smoke buildup or anything like that. And customers can bring their own weapons, or they can rent from us as long as they buy our ammunition to use with our weapons.
Marketing, research, and the industry evaluation. The gun industry is constantly evolving. This just comes from the changing laws and the changing political parties, and there's just there's a lot of tension around this topic. So we just have to be aware of what's all changing and what's going on. And then as far as consumers, there's a lot of consumers that we can capitalize on. The Pew Research Center says that about 30% of U.S. adults currently own a gun, 69% do not, but 36% of those people would consider buying a gun in the future. And that 36% is the people that we want to target for our market. The statistics vary, but generally, there's about one gun in the country per person, which is the highest guns per capita in the world, which makes the United States one of the best markets for our business. Gun ownership is also most common in rural areas, and about 46% of men in rural areas own a gun and only 19% in urban areas. So we think our location in Marion and sort of in a rural area will benefit from these statistics. As far as age-wise go, 76% of adults who currently own guns began shooting before age 18. 67% had guns in their house while they were growing up. So given these statistics, we may benefit from establishing a father-son or father-daughter sort of activity that increases future business just because of how often these people who are shooting guns before age 18 become repeat customers. And we also see that gun sales rise during crises. So this pandemic that we're currently in would be a great time to start, as the gun sales will often increase during times like this. As far as our competitors go, it would just be surrounding gun stores, and a few of those around where we would be is the Gun Shop LLC, McDonald's Guns, and In-Laws and Outlaws Gun Shop. And our largest competitor would be In-Laws and Outlaws Gun Shop just because of their gun range. But our advantage is that we would have the largest and most advanced range, and we'd also have a restoration specialist that none of these companies have. So we would be able to restore guns for people who need help restoring them.
As we look at our operations plan, we've outlined a key few ideas that will help explain our business operations and what we plan to do. So we will be located next to Dunham's on the main strip of Marion. This is similar a customer base, and people will frequently see it when they're driving by. Dunham's will also have the same kind of customer base that we need because they sell guns also. So they will be a competitor to us. We will also be looking for suppliers between Fort Wayne and Indianapolis. We are near the middle of these two, and their large size presents a good opportunity for us. Having suppliers close by means we can react quickly to changing demand and industry trends, and we hope to purchase as much ready-to-use inventory as possible, but we will also be selling parts. Being between Fort Wayne and Indy also benefits us in that we may draw customers from the nearby large areas for our restoration services. Next, we'll be talking a little bit about the costs. So in the state of Indiana, the sales tax is 7%, which is the same as the national average. Our utility costs for Marion are in the average at the 1% lower than the national average, given to us by areavibes.com. And then we'll also incur inventory costs just for parts and ammunition that we will be housing within our facility. We also look at our facility and location, so we'll be in Marion. Our facility will be a total of 20,000 square feet, 5,000 for retail and rental, 3,000 for the workshop and garage, 12,000 left for the range. And all of this exceeds the national averages for our facility. When we look at our pricing, we will look at the gun prices especially because these vary from brand to different caliber for ammunition, style, the year, and other factors that might be customizable per gun. We are considering producing our own top quality ammunition to sell in the store and also for our gun rentals. Purchasing our own raw materials and producing our own ammo may be more cost effective in the long run for us. Our inventory will be stocked on availability, popularity, and due to the sale of other products. Employees will be paid within the national average of $35,000 to $68,000 per year. And our state and federal licenses are necessary here, such as our federal firearms license, our background checks. Those are crucial for our business, so we have.
As far as our management team goes, we're mostly college students, so most of our experience will just be coming from our current education and the things we're learning in class. And starting off, we have Tristan Nelson, who's currently a junior at Indiana Wesleyan, majoring in business management and finance, and he would provide good expertise in finance and be able to keep track of our numbers for us, as well as be able to help manage the company as a whole. Then we have myself, Logan Cruz. I'm currently a junior, and I'm a double major in business administration and marketing. And I've had experience kind of working in these startup type companies, so I would be able to bring that to the team. We also have Garrett Prescott, who is a senior at IWU and is business management and marketing. And he has a lot of experience in marketing and management through his internship, so he brings that prior knowledge as well as his education in both management and marketing. And finally, we have Tate Marsh, who is a senior at IWU, and he is business management and a minor in Spanish. And he has extensive experience with firearms, so he'll be able to help us with the restoration process as well as knowing what guns to buy and what type of range to have.
Our financial plan begins with sources of capital. We'll first seek capital from friends and family and then from investors. Any capital beyond that we need, we'll look for bank loans for. The use of capital will be primarily for purchasing and equipping our facility. That's going to be a really big cost for us. Our inventory will come next, and that includes firearms, ammunition, and accessories like holsters, spare magazines, and practice equipment. The industry generally has really high profit rates, and we expect to benefit from the same, which should allow us to pay off our debt more quickly. Our business requires that ammunition be purchased from us for use with rented firearms, so we can expect that to create a revenue advantage over our competitors. That just keeps our firearms in better shape because we don't have people bringing in extra ammo that might be subpar and might damage our own weapons. A restoration specialist also provides a really unique advantage for us because it doesn't require a huge investment for us for this service beyond contracting the work out to our specialists. And this service is really rare, so we'll have very little competition for it. So that, all in all, will create a pretty good revenue advantage for us. Here we have our projected balance sheets. You can pause and linger on that a few minutes if you'd like. And the same goes for projected income statement and cash flows. Next, we have a break-even analysis, which predicts us breaking even in 2020 at about $125,000. 2021 sees us breaking even at about $137,500 and about $144,375 in 2022. But these are, of course, all very tentative numbers and are just estimates.
As far as critical risk and assessment goes, there is often changing gun laws in America. And compared to other countries, we have pretty lax gun laws, but those laws are subject to change at any time because of the government. And we may end up hiring a part-time lawyer to help us comply with these new laws and just keep track of everything that's going on so we'll never run into any of these troubles. Another risk, as most companies experience, is new competition entering the market. Right now, it's simply just not there in Marion, but it may develop later. So we look to get loyalty and membership deals on the range in different restoration things and such, so that we can create kind of a loyal bond with these customers. So even if new competition came in, we would be able to rely on this loyalty that and customer relationships that we have developed. Also,
Our general plan for an exit or harvest strategy is to pass on the business to friends or family after we retire. So we'd retire probably sometime between the age of 70 and 90, something like that. But we really don't intend to grow the business to a huge scale or expand to multiple locations. We really just want to create a really sustainable and community and family-oriented business. It can really just pour back into the community and give people a great place to congregate. We believe that the best way to do this and to create this community business is to keep it in the family and friends who might already have a history and a stake in the business. We think that'll just kind of keep it locally oriented and community based.
For our business timeline, we broke it down into 5 sections. We have stage 1, which is the existence of the company. Stage 2, the survival of the company. Stage 3, the success of the company. Stage 4, the takeoff of the company. And stage 5 is the maturity of the company. In stage 1, we believe that will last from the beginning of the company on through the end of quarter 1. During this time, we will focus on acquiring inventory. We don't anticipate that we will start out with enough inventory to satisfy all of the customers' wants and needs. So we will focus during this first quarter on finding out exactly which corners of the market the customers would like us to delve further into, as far as specific items such as additional components to firearms, such as flashlights, grips, things like that, or even just things like additional magazines for everyday carry weapons, things like that. We will focus on that during quarter 1, and we believe that by the end of quarter 1, we will have a decent idea of what areas of the market that are a little more niche that our customers would like us to get into.
Next, we have our environmental analysis and community benefits. So these factors will include an analysis that look at our political impact. Basically, the impact of our business will rely on political parties. Different political parties view weapons as things that we should have here in the United States, and different political parties have different ideals and beliefs on gun control, so that will impact our business. Another thing we look at is the economic impact. The economy dictates how families will spend their money and what they will purchase.
So in conclusion, 1441 Firearms will be located in Marion, and will offer an indoor range and a restoration service. After looking at the market, we think that we are in a good position to execute based on our research, and we think that we've assessed the critical risk and we know what we would be taking on. We have a proper exit strategy, timeline, environment analysis, and we think that we are fully prepared to run and operate this company.